Hi everyone, Pastor Joe. A lot of great things are happening as we move into the fall. September 20th, our teenagers are having a teen bash, and there'll be churches from all over the area coming together to hear a Christian band, and lots of activities and games and things going on. So we encourage you to check that out. The information's there beside me. Still not too late to sign up for Believe groups. Those are off and running. I think over 700 people are involved. Was another tremendous weekend. We had 14 people join the church. Another 14 people accepted Jesus and were baptized. That's what we're here to do, is to help people find Jesus, get connected to Him, and to keep growing. Sometimes you wonder, I think, what happens when I give? What happens to the money? We give money to missions. You're always talking about the different things. What actually happens? Well, let me just tell you a couple of stories. I got a call yesterday from a friend of mine in the Middle East, and he said, I thought you'd like to talk to someone. Man I'd never met, have no idea who he is, but 9 years ago, we sponsored a pastor training conference in the Middle East. This man got trained and went to South Sudan and planted 5 churches. And his English is better than mine, but we got to talking on the phone. Each of those churches is comprised of new Christians. They run between 150 and 250 each, and they're getting ready to send 25 more people back to be trained to be pastors, to plant more churches. That's how the kingdom grows. There's that multiplication factor where you win one person, you train them, then they go and train another, win another, churches get planted. Now, the map is here behind me, and you can see these pins if you blow them up on your device, but these are places that we're invested in, starting churches, sponsoring orphans, and in every one of these areas, that's the kind of multiplication that's going on. We planted 8 new churches in Cuba. We planted 4 new churches in Mexico. New church in Paraguay. They're happening in Namibia. Really, everywhere you see a pin, we're starting churches and orphanages. We're doing our best to make an impact with the good news about Jesus. Now let me read to you. This is a local story. And this again reminds you of what happens, because there's such a need. And in fact, I got my peanut butter jar here. We're asking you this weekend to bring in and put behind your car for our food pantry. Peanut butter jars and cereal are the main things, but any non-perishable food items, but those are the 2 biggies. But this is a card I got from a lady this week, and I don't know her. Dear Tomoka Church, thank you so very much for your faithfulness in ministry. This summer I was out of work without food or means. Your church helped us through your food pantry to have food to survive. We are eternally grateful. Then it was time for school, and you helped us have shoes for my daughter and grandson to go to school, a backpack, and even a haircut. Please tell everyone we're so grateful for their kindness and help. Thank you all. Praying God's blessing upon your church. We praise the Lord for His provision during our times of trouble. 500 families a month we get to help like this. That's here in our own community, and then on top of that, what's happening globally. Listen, there's a lot of great things happening, and I just want to thank you for your faithfulness. It all makes a difference. Every little thing that we do, we give, it all has an impact somewhere. Now this weekend I'll be preaching from Matthew chapter 6 as we continue in the Believe series. And we're talking about the personal God. And last week I tried to define God, and we're going to talk about the fact that He's a personal God. He's a knowable God. He's a God that wants to work in our daily lives. And what we're going to focus on is the idea of not worrying about life's problems, but trusting in Him. God bless you. I love being your pastor. I'll see you this weekend.